Thank God. All right, everybody. So welcome back. This is Trainz2 I'm in right now, and I've been trying all night to do this live stream. It's been hectic trying to use StreamYard. Now I finally found something that actually works. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys this route I've created over the past few months now, and the progress I got on it. It's not completely done. Got loosely inspired from all the places I've seen driving through the Appalachian Mountains and the Appalachian foothills. Back in 2020, I went on a trip to DC with my dad and some other friends. We went through the mountains, so I got inspired by all the railroad things I saw, and I've been kind of recreating that in a digital version here. And hope someday I'll be able to model a lot of these things that I've done in this on future model train layouts, as far as like my N scale and HO scale, that sort of thing. I guess we're gonna drive session, right? Show people the stuff that's going on here. Yeah, I've run into a lot of glitches in Trainz driver as well, so hopefully everything's working all right here on this. So far so good. You guys have actually already seen this area. I've upgraded it quite a bit. I got this new crossing in here and whatnot. And yeah, this I've already shown on a YouTube video previously. But as you can probably tell, if you look out there on the horizon, it has gotten huge. And I'm just going to zoom all the way out and show you guys a full view of the map so far. And it's going to get even bigger. Well, probably a little bit bigger. Mostly like up in like this top right corner here. I'm going to add some more up there, and I'm going to do a winter section. This is, I call this 4 Seasons of Appalachia. Just kind of 4 seasons of the Appalachian Mountains is what I've done here. I want to export this so other people can download this and check it out. And I'm not a big computer guy, and I'm definitely not a big computer game guy, but this is really, this thing here, I mean, this is one of the only computer games I'll actually do, because it's so fun being able to digitally create blueprints, if you will, that I'm planning on like maybe modeling in the future. And this is taking a while to load in here, but this is some this is this oil refinery that I've built. Now it's starting to load in. You guys can see that. I did all this track here, did all these valleys and all the landscaping and stuff, these farms and stuff. I already showed a lot of my viewers this in the past. And what did I create after that? Oh yeah, the mountain. I don't know if I've shown anybody the mountain yet over here. It has taken a while to load, so I apologize for that. So yeah, over here's the really big mountain, and you can see I got the single track over here. And yes, this does go around the whole map. So does the double track. And we're gonna go over here. You see I got this little crossing here, and I got a switch. This track over here, that doesn't go anywhere right now. I'm just kind of saving that as a little abandoned spur line, if you will. But I might do something with that in the future. So we're just going to go ahead and go around this mountain here. We'll show you guys, just kind of give you a tour of the whole thing. Starting with, we're just going to go around the track, the single track here, since that's kind of easier. And you can see it goes up this mountain here, up this hill. I'm sorry if you can hear other people talking in the background. I just want to mention that now. Yeah, it goes all the way up that mountain. Really steep, though. It's a little too steep. That's one thing I don't like. But it goes up this mountain. Not all the way up to the top, though. And I named this mountain White Oak Mountain. And track goes around over a wooden trestle, which also goes under track down below. You have this little town here on this plateau it rolls through. And the town of White Oak, I've named it. Not loosely inspired by the song and the true event, Wreck of the Old 97. This kind of area, very loosely inspired by that. And right there is actually a sawmill, or a lumber mill, I should say. Is added in. Comes around this, and there's still a ton of stuff over here. This is all blank canvas over here, out there. You know, I'm still thinking of what I should do there. And if anybody's got any suggestions, feel free to let me know. I'm thinking I might do like a little section of like inspired by Mount Vernon, Ohio, maybe. I would do like some Columbus area stuff, but I didn't want to just do like a flat kind of basic thing. I wanted to do crazy trussels and mountains and stuff everywhere and that sort of thing. And that's where this is definitely starting to go now. Anyways, we go through a tunnel there. It goes under all this. Then it comes out down here, comes out of the tunnel. Goes around this little plateau, then right under the same tracks it was on just a little while ago. Kind of a Georgetown loop sort of thing. There's a little other part of a town down here in the bottom of this valley. Kind of neat. Some old buildings, some log cabins, a little barn down there. Might as well show you guys this up here. Did this little kind of Germanic style part of the town there, just out of boredom one day. But anyways, the track goes through this narrow little gorge here. Through this plateau. I'm going to build up this land a lot so it's more of like a natural kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Eventually. Goes by this little farm right here that I've created. And of course, there's the track it took going up the mountain over there. Got a crossing there. Those actually do light up when trains go by and stuff. Little crossing there. And goes down the valley. Another field over there. I don't like doing just flat fields either. I add a little bit of hills and stuff out there so it gives it that kind of uneven, kind of natural flowing land kind of look. And the track splits right here. One line goes over here to this diamond. We'll show you guys that real quick. So this diamond, there's a signal tower there. And there's the part of the double track again. It crosses over, meets up with. And let's get rid of these junction overlays real quick. There, that looks better. And I'm still trying to figure out how to properly do the signals at the diamond. It doesn't work too well, but anyways, we're going to keep following this. You'll see and one of the splits actually just kind of goes the same way. You see it just goes right over there. And eventually goes the same way that this little section right here is going. I just decided to add the two because two little access tracks are better than one. And we got a ton of crossings over here. This big loop right here, if you guys see this balloon loop, if you will, that's just something I put in so I can just run a passenger or freight train for that matter in on this line, turn it around, cross over to the other line, and just kind of come back out the other way because there's actually a big city on the other side of some of these mountains, and this is just an area I can turn trains around in easily, just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And we'll get over there is towards where the city's at. We'll get over there in a bit. But anyways, let's keep following the single track. Not much over here. This is the single track meets up with the double track here. And then this over here is eventually going to go over to the winter area, which will be separated by not only some mountains, but probably a big lake or a river or something too. So it's, doesn't just have an instant transition from summer to winter, or, fall to winter. It's just kind of like you go through a mountain and then you come out and it's winter. So it stays alongside of this. Now this right here, how I put the space in between the single track and the doubles track, I kind of got inspired by how the Sandusky district and the Burt line are set up for this right here. Obviously, this is way more curvy. And right here, this is all temporary. All the track you see beyond here is temporary. I just did this earlier today so I can connect the lines and run trains all the way around the whole map. So we're going to keep following this single track here. And the double track just goes alongside this. And here we encounter our first train that I have edited in. I just have this thing in here because it's hard to access unless you edit it in. So I got this passenger train with the Santa Fe 210-2 hooked up to it. I like using this thing a lot. I test a lot of new parts of the route that I create with this particular train here. I feel like it makes a really good testing consist, in my opinion. It's not too big, but not too small. As far as the locomotive goes, fairly good passenger cars, So like when I'm going around curves, making sure they're not too tight to be like very unrealistic, that sort of thing. But anyways, here we go up to 4 tracks because the single track splits. This is basically just a big, long, extended passing siding right here. And I want to straighten this out more, but it looks pretty sweet still. Then we go back over here, following the single track, which is now 2 tracks. Got some overhead signals. Pretty much rigged those up myself. I think they turned out pretty sweet. And then we go through here. I put these ground signals everywhere. It just kind of helps all the signals function together more properly. It's good to put those at switches and stuff. Go through this tunnel here. We'll get to that lake in a bit. Goes underneath. Oh, yeah, the tunnel curves. Comes out there. I still got to add trees and rock faces and stuff and all the detail into this and more hills. Then it goes back down to 3 tracks here. These 3 tracks stay together. And this over here, this is eventually what all this back here is going to look like in the future. Just trees and mountains and crazy stuff everywhere. Dense woods. And that is, that's what this is. Put some brush in here. I think this looks really nice and fairly realistic. I mean, look at that silhouette of that mountain in the background there. I'm really amazed that I was able to do it. Somebody like me is really not, I'll admit I'm not good with technology, especially for my generation, but I think I did a really good job creating this. This isn't the first one of these I created either. The last one I had got deleted and destroyed by accident, which sucks, but it was kind of like this one, and this one here is also kind of inspired from the old one, but it was not nearly as professional as this. We're going to continue to follow the single track here, then we come out over right here. It splits again. One of them goes over to the oil refinery, to a little yard there, and the other one goes over here. We encounter this river, and there's a reservoir right there that I've created. That dam I actually had to build myself. That's not something that Trainz has included. I used 2 hangars and a wharf and a little bridge and created a little dam here, and then built this reservoir behind it. Right back in here, I'm eventually going to be doing a little town of some kind, or like, I don't know, maybe not like a marina or anything, but some little village, lakeside village. And you see right here, we got this little creek that goes back into here and just kind of starts right there. But most people are going to be like downloading this maybe in the future won't be looking for that much detail, so it's pretty basic. And if anybody does download this in the future, you're probably going to want to have the Winter in the Alps route, as well as the Conrail Lincoln subdivision, because this uses a lot of assets from both of those. When I start the Winter section, once again, there's going to be a lot of stuff from Winter in the Alps in this. And right here, I don't know why I decided to do a little bit of overgrown track here. The track for some reason was just kind of fused into the ground there, and I was like, oh, it'd be neat to put some shrubs here. That'd probably look kind of neat at the bridge, you know, like a line, line that's not used so much. Maybe you just get one train every 24 hours. It is just single track anyways, and I kind of, there's certain areas that were inspired by the Burt line, but obviously the Burt line's not in mountains like this is, so kind of like a very, very lightly used line right here is what I was kind of going for. I might put in some older style signals too, even older than that, but those are pretty old school. And then we just kind of meet back up with where we started at the mountain here. And I'll show you guys around a little bit more here. We're going to just check out this road here. You see, that's the road that goes into the village there we saw. It's also the same road that goes up under that and past that farm over there. Eventually that goes over that way towards the city. And then once again right over here, this is just nothing right here. Now I'm actually just going to follow this road and show you guys the city right now. So this is this little highway. Now I do have access to a big 4-lane highway now, but I just put these 2-lane highways together to create this, and it's good enough for me now. Probably just leave it like that. There's the river again. And then I put these big things here because I wanted to keep this city really hidden. So it was just kind of a surprise when you come up on it. And it's going to take a while to load in. This isn't all of it. Did this big city here. Some parts of it were loosely inspired by DC. Kind of how it's kind of near the Appalachians and the hills and the mountains and stuff. And you just kind of come up on it and boom, there's DC. So I kind of loosely got inspired by DC when I created this. And we'll see here when it finally starts to fully load in. I'll show you guys. We'll check this out over here since it's already loaded. That's a yard I created. Of course, I didn't create these buildings and stuff or anything. These were already here, stuff that I just edited into this. But as far as the track layout and the positioning of the buildings and stuff, that's all me. I got some locomotives in the yard over there, some other Conrail and NS locomotives. And then, yeah, so this road goes under this bridge here. And I got plenty of other clips I can show you. I've got plenty of other random clips I'll probably start uploading. I don't know how many trains I'm really going to run in this stream here, if any. I might just kind of, show you guys the route, see how well this performs, and see if anybody wants to see more of this. But yeah, right here you can kind of see something that kind of looks like the Capitol building, but obviously the parking lot, not really. I got like a little park back here, monuments and benches and stuff. And this is, of course, loosely inspired by DC, this little area right here. Kind of, you know, marble buildings and stuff. And over here we got more mountains, and you can see there's some neighborhoods that kind of just go up the side of the mountain. And then the other side of the mountain, it's all rural again. So this whole city is just kind of hidden by these mountains, which is what I was going for. We'll go over here and check this out. This is a little neighborhood back in here. Yeah, really, really neat. If you guys want to see any more detail, feel free to pause. Yeah, there's that neighborhood. I did all the layout of those houses and stuff. We got a little bridge over here. I did all this junk down here. Loosely inspired by stuff I've seen around Columbus. And there's a station here. I custom named these two, River Lake Depot, Pennsylvania Railroad. That's what I call what I named the city was River Lake City, because there's a river running through it, and then there's a lake over there on the other side of something that we'll check out in a bit. Hope the stream is running smoothly for everybody. Anyways, this road goes up the mountain here, just kind of dead ends. There's a little church here, a few other buildings, a little lodge at the top, and then looking out, that's the view you get. I did actually this whole city probably in a few days, but the rest of it's just been like a few months of just working on and off here and there, a little bit of this, a little of that every now and then. And then here's the suburbs over here, this little section. You get into the suburbs and then quickly transitions back to rural. This is kind of how Columbus used to be, you know. It's just downtown suburbs for a bit and in the middle of nowhere. And that's kind of what I was thinking here, like Columbus back in the 70s or 60s, how it was set up, you know. It was just city, suburbs, middle of nowhere. You know, pretty quick transitions. I really wish it could still be like that, because where I'm at right now, in Columbus, back in the 70s, was literally like the middle of nowhere, as far as central Ohio went. Well, maybe not the middle of nowhere, but you were definitely getting into the rural areas even just like back in the 90s where I was at, was technically considered kind of rural. And there's still a few small farms around me, including the one I'm on. I got 50 chickens in a big garden, some kind of a farm. Anyways, I'm getting distracted now, so yeah, we're back over here at the diamond that you guys saw earlier. This little farm and stuff. Now let's go ahead and start following the double tracks. As far as this goes over here, we already followed the single track, which stays really close to the double tracks the whole time, so I'm not even going to show all that right now. We're just going to go from this to where we left off on where the single track split up from the double tracks at. Actually, let's show you guys this first, the secondary. This right here, this second double track here near the balloon loop that crosses this diamond here, goes through this tunnel, is the line that comes out over here on this side of the city. Then it splits, and you have the option of going south towards the further into the fall section of the map down that way, or you have the option of going north towards the winter section that's going to be on the other side of these mountains back over here. And let's get back over where we were at real quick. Might try to run some I don't know, I've got other clips of trains. I might just start uploading it randomly, and I think that's what I'll do. I have so many other screen recordings that I'll just upload my screen recordings of some trains running around that I took in the regular video. Shortly after this, I'll throw them together real quick. Nothing too advanced, just kind of an unprofessional video, and then I'll show you guys that. Anyways, going over to here. The split that comes off meets up with that diamond there, so you can access that line or access the single track from the double track. And I got this little intermodal yard here I built right by the river and the lake. I know there's a huge ship over here, which is not that practical, but I felt like I had to do it. It seemed kind of neat. So that's what I got over here. I don't know. It's not that practical, but it looks neat. And there's the intermodal yard. And sometimes I'll fill that up with some intermodal cars and stuff, and it'll look much better. And then I did this viaduct here. And I created this so there's like a newer, like what we're seeing right now is actually a newer section of the viaduct. When we get over here, there's a bit of a levee, actually. There's a levee going along this river through the city. I did that too. And then there's a really, really old part of the viaduct over here. And here's one of our first crossings on the double track right here. And right there, Black Lake Yard is what I named this, Conrail / New York Central. Little signal tower right here. There's another overhead signal. And following this, we're going by the yard. And I fill this yard with rolling stock and freight cars and stuff too, and it looks much better, much more realistic. And should show the city a little more in depth maybe. But we're just going to follow this track. We're just going to follow these tracks, and then we'll... actually, no, let's just show the city again a little bit more in depth here. Some other areas I didn't show you guys. Just kind of glance around, give you guys a little look. Doing this older part of town here where the brick buildings are at. This here I was really inspired off of Columbus right here. Older parts of Columbus. When I was creating this, I was like, I'm definitely going to go for a Columbus look right here. Like, maybe like, what's it called again? I can't think of it for some reason. Where North Market's at. The Short North, yes. I was kind of inspired by the Short North when I was creating this area. So I got all these buildings from the Conrail Lincoln subdivision and added them in, and it really gives off that old school Columbus kind of feel. But of course, then again, this is in the Appalachians, so it can't be Columbus, but I was loosely inspired by Columbus. And we got another suburb in here. Over in this area, another suburb. There's apartments over there back by the tracks. And then, of course, we got a couple high-rises back over there and some office buildings over here. Some restaurants and little businesses and stuff. All kind of stuff. Supermarket there. Got banks and stuff over here. And over here, some more buildings. You got a fast food joint there. Some other stuff like that, etc., etc. There's another view of the other side of the station there. Once again, pause the detail. There's a little school right here. And then we're going to go over here, check out the yard a little bit more in depth in this area. Very industrial area right here. And we got some kind of abandoned industrial buildings right here. Or at least very lightly used. And you see just overgrown with shrubs and stuff. These right here probably aren't that practical there, but they look really nice from a distance right there. Old industrial kind of brick buildings, you know. And here's a road that comes off. Goes over the yard there and over to the steel mill and the other industries that are back in there. And then there's looking south. It's further into the fall section. And here's looking north towards the city. On the other side of those mountains back there is where the winter section is going to be. I've already started on just the tiniest portion of it, which I'll show you guys in a bit. And then going into here is the yard. And if you can't see the end of the yard down there, it's because it's not loading in right now. Some really industrial crossings there for high rails and yard workers. Old roundhouse. This here was loosely inspired from Parsons Yard. If you guys kind of look at this whole area right here, I mean, that really gives off a Parsons Yard kind of feel. That's kind of what I was inspired by creating this. But once again, Parsons Yard is in flat surroundings. This has mountains all around, so yeah, you can kind of see where I was getting some inspiration from. But I was going for a strictly Appalachian, mountainous, kind of hilly layout, so that's why there's so many hills and stuff. And I'm bumping switches left and right. So over here's some industrial areas near the yard. Steel mill is over here. You see there's another big loop that goes back in here. I gotta edit in some trees and do up some more rock wall and stuff there. Here's a slag pit, I guess they call this. And coal cars actually dump over this thing, into this. You want to do that when you're driving trains on this. There's some what happened? Okay, that was... Oh, I clicked on these freight cars here, these molten metal steel cars. I can't think of what they're called right now. Any other time I can think of what they're called. I just put those in so I can access them easily. And then this over here, you got like one of these is a coke oven, one of them's, I don't know, something else, a couple warehouses and stuff. And over here, there's I put a couple coal cars here, once again for easy access. Got another slag heap right here, or coal heap, whatever you want to call it. Diesel tanks here, warehouse, another industrial crossing. Then I got a section where I'm parking, I got locomotives parked for switching and full-size trains, you know, various different SD59s. This one here is an Operation Lifesaver I got recently. It's got a really nice horn on it too. I'll save showing all you guys that kind of stuff. Upload some of the other videos I've done. Sorry if you guys can't hear me. I gotta get away from it. Oh yeah, you guys cannot hear me at all. I think we got some Wi-Fi hogs in the house. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing to load. Hopefully it's just being glitchy because my phone sucks. Alright, I'm just going to keep going for it. So right here, another little intersection. You can access various different parts of the line. And then right over here is all I got on the winter section so far. Yeah, right there. That's what I got so far. And this one here, I'm thinking of trying to copy my original route that I had a long time ago. As much as possible. And I've kind of already started to do that, but kind of not, because it's hard to remember. But it was like almost a European style winter route. And this is all just blank canvas here. It'll be made bigger, I'm sure. There'll be another huge mountain over here. Actually, 2 mountains. It'll spiral up one mountain, cross over on a bridge, and spiral down the other, just like I had on the old one. And then it's probably going to get noisy again here, guys. Don't know if you can hear me over this. I just park all of these out of sight. It's just easy access for now. Once I start doing the winter area, these will be deleted. Anyways, let's get back over here. Here's that lake. It'll be made much bigger. It'll go way down here someday. And then we'll add some more baseboards over here, make that bigger, etc., etc. But now that we've shown you guys in depth this whole area around here, let's go ahead and follow the line back down. Oh yeah, we got another signal tower right here. Don't know if I was really inspired by anything there. Just kind of came up with that on my own. Yeah. Pretty sweet. I'm going to go follow this down. We're going back into the depths of the fall section over here, where we encounter our first farm field. You can see right there. I was talking about how I don't leave them flat. I make these little hills in them. They're kind of these rolling fields. We're going back over here by, I think I named this town Greenville or something, or Oakville. What was it? I think it was Greenville, because the original one, in the original map that I created, the first town I named was Greenville, and I think I did the same thing on this. Let's see. Yep, Greenville. That's what it says on this Greenville Depot. So, yeah, we got a little cabin tucked away there in the trees. There's some hidden things, too, like back in the woods that I think people who download this in the future maybe will have to come across some little funny things hidden in the woods, Bigfoot related. But here we are, going down this by the farm. There's also a Christmas tree farm here that I made, just simply by adding a bunch of trees and little Trainz spy lines, I guess they call them, and sinking them down in the ground so they look shorter. I hope that's just my phone clocking and lagging right there. I hope it's not the stream in general, but I'm gonna wait right here. Yeah, it's just my phone, okay. And then this road goes back over where we were at earlier on the single track. And we just follow this double track down through this fall section, past the oil refinery again. We were kind of over here where we started at earlier. We got a couple tankers there, once again, for easy access. Sometimes I'll just kind of fill that little yard up with tankers and do some fun little switching action and whatnot. And here we go at this mountain again. And it comes out and you're in the summer again. And the really dense woods. Not going to be much back here other than just very, very, very dense woods. And there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot more I've got to do, but yeah, we already showed you guys this area, so let me go ahead and zoom out on the full map again so you guys can get another look here. Named objects? Yeah. So there's all the named objects. You see it's going crazy there at the city. Yeah, there it is so far. Let's go ahead and take all these off. So yeah, that gives you guys an idea of the track shape so far. You see the couple big yards there in the city, like I can't really point or anything, but let me do it this way. All right. Okay, so see, like down here, we got the big yard, and all the steel mill stuff and all that. Then over, oh shoot. And over here's the inner model yard and the lake, which of course the lake will get much bigger. There's that balloon loop, comes around. And that this section of track right here is only temporary. I'm thinking in this section, let me go ahead and show you guys this right here. This whole, oh, that's insane. Okay. Yeah. This whole section right in here. I'm thinking of doing a really inspired by the New River Gorge kind of section right here. And might even have the two double tracks split. One of the double track lines go up and over the single track and just off into, like, say it comes off, splits, goes over the single track, just goes off back in here to something completely different. And then this single track actually goes and stays alongside this here, and we do like we'll change the shape of this whole area right here. We'll change the shape of that and do like a New River Gorge kind of thing right in there. I don't know. There's a lot of neat stuff I want to do. If anybody's got any suggestions and stuff, feel free to comment below. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here in a bit. But, yeah, and you guys can see, like, yeah, that's it so far. What else have I not shown yet? I don't know. I think that pretty much covers everything. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream now. And then I'll upload some clips of some trains running around this that I have. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I know this is a lot different than my usual content. This is a lot different than my usual content and whatnot. I know a lot of people on this channel are probably, you know, just into rail fanning, you know. But I'm sure I've got some other younger guys out there who know about Trainz2 and do stuff with that too. And like I said, this is really the only kind of computer game I've ever been into, just because I can create these huge, elaborate, just railroads and stuff in it, and get inspired to, you know, use stuff that I create digitally in my future layouts, like my N-scale layout. A lot of stuff I'm planning on doing in that I created in this first in the past. So it's really fun to mess around with and whatnot, and it's really fun to just build stuff and create stuff. And while I'm talking, I might as well just move around randomly. And it's just such a good thing to do when I'm bored, you know. I got nothing else going on. Especially with my arm broken, I can't do much, so I've just been messing around on this a lot, you know. But, oh my gosh, it is fun doing this stuff. Yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, etc., all that stuff, whatever. I'll see you in the next live stream. We'll probably do another one of these soon, where I'll be running some trains around this. Another thing I want to mention, one of the main reasons I'm doing this big live stream of this is because I lost the other one. And if it ever happens again with this one, which, you know, hopefully doesn't, knock on wood, I'm hoping that I have at least this to remember it by, you know. Because this thing crashes on me all the time, and there's one time it just crashed on me and I was never able to access it again, basically. So I'm just documenting what I can while I can, and keep trying to do this, and hopefully I can eventually get it done and export it, and other people can have fun messing around on this. Other people who've got trains can mess around, drive their own trains on it, whatnot. Maybe get inspired for some of their own future model train layouts and whatnot. Something I definitely want to model, though, I want to mention, is this diamond right here. And with these mountains right around it, and like a farm and, you know, a little village over there, I really want to model this right here somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it someday, or if it's going to be like on my N-scale layout, or maybe a future HO scale layout, but I would love to do this little diamond right here with these kind of this kind of intersection over here with a bigger line. And yeah, I think that'd be really neat on a layout someday. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end the stream now.